next report will tell you why and how early onset of dementia can be avoided to a great extent. Read the tell-all signs and do what you should be doing to keep your brain sharp. Dementia, a condition often associated with the aging population, often considered inevitable, irreversible. India has a growing burden of patients living with dementia. According to a 2020 report by the Alzheimer's and Related Disorders Society of India, an estimated 5.3 million people above the age of 60 have dementia in the country. Dementia is common in people over 65 years, but also is seen in the younger population, people in their 50s. Medical experts say that there is a tendency to ignore early signs of dementia, and most patients are brought for medical help when their disease is in advanced stages.
The problem is twofold. So one is that Alzheimer's patients are mostly elderly, and the second is the early onset signs of dementia are very subtle, very subtle. So sometimes because of the patient's age, we presume that he is not responding or he is responding slowly to certain functions of the body, and that is why early, especially early stages, there are very high chances that you won't recognize that the patient has dementia.
What is worse is that there is lack of awareness and stigma associated with this disease.
Stigma and discrimination often happens in the patients, especially in their workplaces. Like if a patient would supposedly lose their previously existing skills of having some kind of impairment in calculation, difficulty in navigation, often results in very low self-esteem, low motivation.
What also is not widely acknowledged is that problems associated with dementia can be dealt with early in life.
There are a lot of trials which suggest that if the patients are sleep deprived, there is a high likelihood that they won't be able to retain their memory skills, or they would be losing their memory skills gradually and slowly. Patients who are there affected from dementia are in their later ages, like 70s and 80s, and they are more predisposed to vascular ailments like a stroke. So we often ask our patients to keep their lifestyle, to have a lifestyle modification, to keep their BP in check, to keep their sugars in control.
Experts underscore the importance of lifestyle changes that would help early in life.
There is a diet known as Mediterranean dash diet. We call it mind diet, in which we have a certain type of diet which actually helps prevention of dementia and slowing its progression. If you consume regular amount of alcohol in large quantities, or you do binge drinking, then alcohol directly as well as indirectly through these deficiency of vitamins, it can lead to damage to the brain and lead to dementia, and also direct damage to the brain in the form of loss of concentration, memory, judgment, executive functions.
Attention is basically concentration towards a particular stimulus and able to sustain it. That is very important. So what happens that people might be exposed to a lot of stimuli, a lot of multitasking in their activities of daily living, and they are not adequately able to remember that particular task. Do some memory exercises, like basically getting involved in some Sudoku, solving some crosswords, doing some Scrabble exercises.
আমি নতুন ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ শেখার চেষ্টা করছি. What did I just do? I spoke in Bangla. I learned a new language, which is a great way of keeping your brain sharp. So if you want to keep dementia at bay and start early in life, do it. Learn a new language. Pick up a musical instrument and learn it. Sometimes I also use my left hand to do things. Maybe also to use my phone to type using my left hand when I'm actually a right-handed person. I'm challenging my brain. I'm forcing it to work harder and think about things that I can do using my left hand when I'm not left-handed. Also, board games like chess, for example. Puzzles, who would have thought? A game of puzzle with your child is just going to help you keeping your brain sharp. This is a great way of keeping your brain sharp. Also, this is my personal favorite. This is in fact using colors, color pencils. Pick up a coloring book and color. Art, paint, all of this keeps your brain sharp. This again is interesting. Crossword puzzles, simple to find in our newspapers every single day. Anything that's enjoyable of this kind that challenges your brain, improves your reasoning power, is great for your brain. It's going to keep dementia at bay, is what research suggests. Studying a new language at any age can lead to stronger problem solving and creative thinking skills, improved vocabulary, greater reading comprehension, and increased ability to multitask. A lot of people nowadays talk about how one meal a day is good enough for them, and they manage well. Shah Rukh Khan has spoken about how he eats just once a day. Is that really healthy? Should everybody be doing it? What are the benefits? What are the pros? And what are the cons? We tell you all about it in this report.
मैं बहुत बेसिक स्प्राउट्स खाता हूँ, ग्रिल्ड चिकन खाता हूँ, ब्रोकली खाता हूँ और समटाइम्स अ लिटिल बिट ऑफ दाल और यही मैं बार-बार खाता हूँ, लगातार खाता हूँ, हमेशा खाता हूँ, दिन में 2 बार खाता हूँ, पूरा साल यही खाता हूँ.
It's King Khan's fitness mantra and has a following among other celebrities too. Bruce Springsteen, Chris Martin and more stars who only eat one meal a day. These movie stars have opened up about the extreme dietary regimen keeping them in shape, and it consists of eating only one meal a day, otherwise known as the OMAD diet.
So the one meal a day, I as Ryan Fernando would endorse it because in one time you're getting all the calories. You eat about a 11 to 1200 calorie meal. Now those who are small eaters can't do this because like me, my stomach is small. To eat 1200 calories is the equivalent of a 100 kg man eating a large meal. So sometimes it's very difficult to do, but it brings about an amazing weight loss. So the OMAD is an amazing diet. I would endorse it blindly. Unfortunately, the human race is not ready for OMAD because all of us have been brought up when we get up to have breakfast, then to have lunch, and then to have dinner. So psychologically, people will fail to comply to an OMAD because when they finish that one meal a day, they'll be like, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry.
The other diet that celebrities swear by is the monotrophic diet, which involves eating the same food on a daily basis. The Beckhams recently shared in an interview with the UK Telegraph that they have been eating the same meal, grilled fish and steamed vegetables for 25 years.
I'm married to someone that has eaten the same thing for the last 25 years. Since I've met her, Victoria, she only eats, grilled fish, steamed vegetables. She'll very rarely deviate away from there.
Similarly, Bollywood star Anushka Sharma also says that she follows the monotrophic diet.
I do eat the same thing almost every day sometimes, especially when I'm filming a movie. I just eat the same thing. So there have been times where I've had khichdi and bengan bhaja for a month straight for dinner, and that's all I've eaten. Or I will have idli sambar for breakfast. Like I literally think I ate idli sambar for breakfast for maybe like 6 months.
But the flaw with having the same diet for years together is that it may lack in some nutrients.
You should not try this diet if you have diabetes, hypertension, or any medical condition. In such a case, consult your medical physician